And then, I mean, you can't judge the importance of a person by the table, right? And where you sit is not sacrosanct. I mean, you know. I mean, sometimes I find my top team colleagues they conduct interviews using my table, and then I stay on another table and until they finish it and come and sit. That's the kind of place you run.
Well, that's a practice that I have seen at your office when I visited there several times, and I have heard about it. Is it practical in a Sri Lankan setup? Because we believe sometimes in corporate world we always talk about that the higher management should keep a gap between from the subordinates, otherwise you won't be able to control them.
Larger the gap, the losing is faster. Because if you don't eat in the same lunchroom with your colleagues, you don't know what they eat. If you don't know what they eat, if you don't know what they talk, you're so far remote from them, right? And when you move with them, you know how they feel. In Sri Lanka, it's more important how people feel than anything else. Actually, in a global research done by Aviva, they came with 6 points that a good leader should practice. Whether you are a leader or anything, these are the 6 things. Number 1, the people who are led by leaders have said, number 1, respect me. People want their leaders to respect them. Give me clarity. Tell exactly what you want. Praise me. Right? How often people praise? I sometimes ask, when did you last say thank you to somebody? Praise me. Leverage my strengths. Always find out what is the strength of a person. You know, you just, so if you don't closely move with people, right, you don't know what their real strengths are. We have picked up potential leaders by seeing how they worked in the sports club, right? And clear the way. As a leader, you know, one thing that you need to do is help them achieve something. If there's a difficulty, organization difficulty, clear the way. Now, if you practice these things, people definitely respond. Right? It's no major this thing. I think you should earn respect from people. That today's employees are completely different. You know, they come from a different generation. Right? And they don't have this hierarchy at home. Right? So you think they will have a hierarchy in office?
So in that context, Mr. Rachi, do you think that not having hierarchy at home will augur well for us as a society?
Well, it's like this. Respecting adults, respecting seniors is one thing. Being talked down is another. Right? Now, I'm talking about the old model of saying, you know, you should stand in attention, and that is not. Right? Respect. They have ideas. You know, I have a little team in office called the Young Minds. Once in a way I give them challenges to do. These are people who are below 30, who have a personal email address, who spend more than 4 hours a week on internet searching and looking at international TV and things like that. So when I ask them, you know, for example, I asked them, tell me how we can talk the concept of retirement to people of your generation. You know what they did? These people did an email survey among their peers. But they didn't ask about retirement. Okay? They asked, what do you like to do in your life? Can you see their thinking? Right? And they came with 6 points that people of their age found interesting, important. Number 1, they were all interested in a career. Now, career is different from a job. When I was 20, I was looking for a job. I was glad I got this job as a sales clerk at Musaji's.
That was at a time that you didn't even have the A-level qualification.
No, I had failed my A-levels. First time all 4 subjects failed. And job was great, right? All you wanted was a job. Career, we didn't know what a career is. But today's guy talks of a career. So therefore, the organizations they join is a portal for them to move to the next level. So it's a new generation that is coming. Second thing, they want to see the world. Don't get me wrong, it's not about migrating. They want to see the world, means travel.
Mm-hmm.
They want to have a good living standard, happy married life. The fifth one, you will not guess. You know what they said?
Mm-hmm.
We want to have a spiritually satisfying life.
Okay. Did you notice the difference between me?
You know?
Yeah.
So this is the kind of people that are coming to organizations.
Mm-hmm.
You try to manage the way that we were managed, you are making a fundamental mistake.
Mm-hmm.
But you earn respect from them, they love you. Right? I think that is the art of getting people to work today.
Well, before I take the first break in our tonight's show, I think I have done some justice to my introduction at the outset, where I said that my discussion was going to be inspiring and was going to be interesting, and I'm 100% sure that you are enjoying the discussion. Stay tuned to Prime TV. I'll take a short respite and have a breath, have a glass of water, and there were little bits of a very interesting story also, where Mr. Surayachi gave 3 lectures in Jaffna on a back-to-back basis, and also we were talking about how we should make a shift from the use of the politicians and the people in the certain ministries or in government authorities to rehabilitate the ex-LTT cadres or the people who were affected by the war. I hope that we will if we have time in this show, we will talk about that too. Now, Ms. Surayachi, 20 years of spell in Eagle Insurance shows your steadfast commitment to the organization that you worked for. I am sure there would have been many offers by other competitors, the other people in the industry, or from other blue chip companies. Would you like to tell us of that kind of the offers? Or what are the real reason of you staying at Eagle Insurance for 20 years?
I would say if you stay for a place 20 years, either you are incompetent, nobody wants you. You ask.
I would agree with that.
Well, it's like this. Every year there was something more interesting happening, and then I joined as an assistant manager. I didn't know anybody in this company. I mean, I was only time I applied for a job was my first job at Musaji's as a sales clerk.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I haven't applied for jobs, I have been changing from Musaji's. I went to sell something to Furnifits. I got picked up there. Then somebody asked about advertising. Then I joined Dialis Advertising. I was there for about 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was on a panel discussion on the client-agency relationship. And then Mr. Asoka Dilanarol, who was a consultant to Eagle at that time, asked me, I said, what are you doing? And, why don't I have your CV? I never knew I could apply for a multinational at that time. I was working for a small advertising agency. Then, ever since I joined, I was first doing marketing, and then I was challenged by Mr. Jayaratne, my former boss, what about you starting the HR division in this company? Mm-hmm. Then somebody else who was in this meeting said, isn't it fair for him to do HR while doing marketing? Then Mr. Jayaratne said, if he can't do it, I'll do it myself. Mm-hmm. So I said, if it's all your work, if you can do it, I'll do it certainly. Mm-hmm. And then I set up the HR division.
Yeah.
Then, so I was running HR and marketing, and then I put my head into planning. And then Zurich came along, and they wanted to set up a strategic business unit. So they asked, can you take over the personal lines business? I thought, okay, why not? I took over that. And then I was part of the regional practice board of Zurich. And then when Zurich moved out, it was a major change. Then I had an interesting project of leading an IT project in the company. And then the time came and the shareholders thought I should be the managing director or the CEO. Then Aviva came and there was a major change, and they said, we want you to be the managing director. I said, okay. But I said, I'm not having long-term plans, because I knew there was this inner calling, I want to do something else. Mm-hmm. So I didn't realize that it was 20 years until 2010 came, because I never went to work.
Okay.
I just
you
can't.
Enjoyed your career.
Yeah, I can't work. Right? Who wants to work? Slaves work. I don't work.
Ms. Urachi, like, you come from a very ordinary family. You had your secondary education at Toronto Street Pali Vidyalaya, then you moved to Ananda College in Colombo. And something that really kind of surprising to me when I went through your personal details was that you did not succeed at advanced levels. And during your time, son who comes from an ordinary family, to have failed advanced level means like basically you sign your death warrant. That would have been a huge challenge, and you resolved that after your A-levels you will not ask a single rupee from your parents. That does the right talking for your character. Could you tell us the quality that was within you that brought you this success? Even after failing advanced level, you did not give up. And in a recent interview you given to a Weekend Broadsheet, you stated, I think 5 reasons that you failed advanced levels. I would be very grateful if you can share this with us.
I don't know.